a lot of shills out there that are running so much damage control for Xbox right now. Okay. As expected. They're saying, oh, you guys are all complaining about the price, but you're not talking about the value that you're getting. Guys, I want to make it. You know what? Hold on. I got it even better. You want to see the value? Hold on. Got it. Oh man, Google's amazing. There we go. All right, let's do this. Let's open this up, new screen. New screen, boom. Okay, there we go. Bringing it up right now. Okay. So let's look at this together. Let's look at the value. Let's check out the value. You guys ready? Here's the value in Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Day 1, 2025. Lonely Mountain Snow Riders.
Holy shit.
That was the first one on their list. January 21st, 2025. Lonely Mountain Snow Riders. Okay. Nice. Then you got Ninja Gaiden Black, which that's a good game. That's a good game. I wouldn't say it's Game Pass worthy because it wasn't expensive to buy it outright, but that's a good game. Then you got Eternal Strands, Orcs Must Die Death Trap, Sniper Elite Resistance, which by the way goes on sale for like $5, if not cheaper than that. Citizen Sleeper 2, Avowed. I don't know who's excited about Avowed. We all saw how that went. 33 Immortals, Atomfall, which is a good game. Atomfall is a good game. South of Midnight. So that's 2 good games so far. Ninja Gaiden and Atomfall. South of Midnight, Commandos Origins, Blueprints, Tempopo. Tempopo is a day 1 Game Pass game. Nice. Now here's 2 big winners: Oblivion Remastered and Expedition 33. Those are 2 big winners. Okay, I'll say that. Revenge of the Savage Planet, Doom the Dark Ages. I didn't really have a great time with Doom the Dark Ages, but I guess for a day 1 Game Pass game, that's fine. So hold on, let me reiterate something. So within 5 months, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 decent games to choose from in 5 months. That is 1 major release a month. 1 major release a month. Think about that. Kula Bros, Souls Limbo, whatever the fuck that is. Monster Train, Tote, Spray Paint Simulator. That's a day 1 Game Pass game, guys. Spray Paint Simulator. Space Marine Mastercraft Edition, which by the way was getting shit on when it released. Outers, which I think also got shit on. FBC Firebreak. They're trying to sell you day 1 FBC Firebreak, bro. You know how trash that game is right now? Hold on. FBC Firebreak. I want you guys to understand the value that they're trying to... FBC Firebreak? Hold on.
Holy shit.
FBC Firebreak, ladies and gentlemen. This is day 1 Game Pass material. FBC Firebreak. Wow. I mean, this is just amazing. This is amazing. This is value, boys. This is value. So we got Lost in Random, The Eternal Die, which did look like a cool game, but it's a fucking indie game, bro. You got Rematch, which also is a cool game, but it's just like, again, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, great, but these are not like, oh, I need to subscribe to a $30 a month service to play this right now. Wheel World, whatever the fuck that is. Wu Chang, that's a great game. Even though they censored it like fucking, gay boys, but whatever. Grounded 2, I hear is pretty good. Gears of War Reloaded, another Gears of War remaster. How many are you gonna buy of that? And now we're getting into the shit that's not out yet, which is Keeper, Ninja Gaiden 4, The Outer Worlds 2, Bounty Star, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Dead Static, Descenders, Hollow Knight Silksong, Little Rocket, Mixtape, Moonlighter 2, Nirvana Noir, Sleight of Hand, Sopa, Subnautica 2, Tanuki Pond Simulator, Ultimate Sheep Raccoon, Winter Burrow. Oh my God, Winter Burrow is on this. How ironic is that? How ironic is that? and then Witchbrook. So the only games that are the only games that people are really going to be looking forward to is upcoming anyway is Ninja Gaiden 4, The Outer Worlds 2. In The Outer Worlds, I'm talking like barely, because I guarantee you it doesn't do crazy numbers. Ninja Gaiden 4, The Outer Worlds 2, Call of Duty Black Ops. It's Call of Duty, so that's just that doesn't count. Call of Duty's Call of Duty, and then Hollow Knight Silk Song, and then maybe Subnautica 2. Although Subnautica 2 is in so much like it's not even guaranteed to be coming out this year. Why are they listing Subnautica 2 for this year when it's not even guaranteed to be coming out this year? Hollow Knight Silk Song is already out. Why are you going to be waiting to play it on Game Pass when it's $20? It's $20. Go buy it right now and play it. Bro. Again, guys, this is the value that they're trying to pitch to you. So when they tell you there's 75 games day one that you're going to be able to play, most of them you're probably not going to care about. Most of them are if you had to put it all together, it's probably 10 games or less out of the 75 games that you're going to play. And then on top of that too, let's say you do, maybe you're interested in playing all the games. Most people don't have time to play all these games. This is 75 games out of all the other games. For Xbox Ultimate, there's over 500 games that you could play. Who is going to play 500 games in a year? It's almost never going to happen, right? So you're going to pay $360 per year. And then the sad thing is that the games that you actually want to play, they're going to get rotated off of the service. So some of them you're not even going to get to play before they get rotated off. How sad is that? You know what I mean? So this is why this whole perception of value, it's all just to keep you part of the machine. That's literally it. They hope that you find, 2 or 3 games throughout the year that you play to justify the subscription. And chances are you're not going to play most of these games. They know that. This is just Game Pass fodder to make it seem like it's worth subscribing to on top of everything else. So they got the fucking Fortnite shit. They got the Ubisoft Classic shit. All of that is there to just justify the price that they know they want you to spend, even though you're not going to play 90% of the shit that's on the service. They know that. They know that. Most people don't even beat like 6 games a year, let alone 500 games or 75 games. So again, guys, am I saying Game Pass is a bad value? I'm saying that at this point, it's getting pretty damn close. As much as I always said Game Pass was not good for developers and Game Pass was killing these studios because they were using these developers to feed the machine of Game Pass. They were sacrificing these games, most of them, to the Game Pass machine because most of these games don't have a following outside of Game Pass. Some of them do, right? Oblivion was one of them. Expedition 33 ended up becoming one of them because people thought it was so interesting and word of mouth spread that people were buying the game like crazy. Ninja Gaiden is obviously one of them, right? But everything else, not really. So it all depends on the person. If you want to subscribe to Game Pass, you're more than welcome to. You do what you want with your money. I don't give a fuck. But it's just like most of these games are not going to be big hitters outside of Game Pass. And the ones that are, the ones that you are actually subscribing to for the service, bro, you're only getting like 1 or 2 games a month if you're lucky. Maybe. And then once you stop paying for this service, you have nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it. Right? So again, guys, at this point, Xbox is doing one thing and one thing only, and that is to try to keep you in their ecosystem of subscription because they want to take you away from consoles. They want to take you away from hardware. They want to take you away from physical copies. They want you in a digital-only ecosystem that is completely completely reliant on you subscribing to them. And the moment you unsubscribe to them, they want to have the ability to take away everything, literally everything from you. That's what they want. And then force you to spend money on subscriptions again to boot it back up again. That's what they want. That's the future of Xbox. So again, Xbox Game Pass, if you use it, great. If you don't, great. But at this point, I would just I would wait until these games are majorly on sale and buy them for super cheap and have them for as long as you possibly can without a subscription. You know, it's a trap. Yeah, it's basically a trap. It's to keep people. It's to keep people in the ecosystem. Let's keep going. Hold on, we got another thing. Let me X out of this really quick. Where is it at? So GameStop decided to say, you know what, fuck that, which I found to be hilarious, by the way. Why is GameStop doing so well on a PR level lately? Is it because they have a good PR manager now or something like that? Or a good social media manager? I don't really know how to, I don't really know. But in any case, so GameStop, as a fuck you to Xbox, decided to say, you know what? We're going to keep selling Xbox Game Pass Ultimates for $20. They flat out said this on social media. On Wednesday, it was revealed that Microsoft was raising the price of Xbox Game Pass, right? And then they decided to say, we will continue to sell Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for $19.99 a month in store and online. The company said, while following it up with a link to purchase monthly membership cards from their website. What's more is that if you are a GameStop Pro member, which is $25 a year, you can get a slight discount of 5%. That brings the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate price down to $18.99 a month. Bro, how are you getting undercut by GameStop for your own service? That is fucking crazy.
Holy shit.
That is crazy. So you mean to tell me I could go to GameStop and get Ultimate for $19.99 when Xbox themselves are trying to charge $29.99? That's crazy, bro. And again, I'm shocked that this is GameStop, man. GameStop lately has been doing some hilarious shit on their social media. They've been out here felting people left and right. It is a glorious thing. It really is. So if they're really going to do this, which I would be curious if they are, but if they really are going to do this, then hey, props to them. Props to them for being crazy like that.